We're back. This is Luke and Shay's place. I'm Luke and this is Shay. We're gonna listen down today. First of all, I first need to say this. We first need you to first like, share, well, like, subscribe, and share. Whichever order, it doesn't matter. But we need for you to like, subscribe, and share. Subscribing is very important as well. Before we start off, we're touching on a relationship question today. The relationship question is, if your fiance, but if your fiance proposed to you, married you, now later on you find out that the ring he proposed to you with was his ex-wife ring, how would you feel about that? Shay? If your husband proposed to you with a ring that his ex-wife used to have, how would you feel?
I would be hurt by that.
Slide in a little closer here, cause
Yeah, I would be hurt by that. That's, yeah, pretty much my answer.
you would just be a little hurt by that.
I just say a little, I would be hurt by that. That shouldn't
Why?
be something that should happen. Because it was her ring. That's not, who does that? That's something that you gave your ex-wife that was specific to her. So you're bringing that to me. I don't think there's anything good with me putting a ring that your ex-wife wore and she's your ex. I mean, that you got to start fresh. That's almost like saying, hey, this is our marriage bed now. I'm now moving into his place, but I have to sleep on the same sheets that his ex-wife slept on. Get rid of all this stuff from your ex-wife and start fresh. I don't want to use the same stuff and that was y'all marriage bed. This is something totally different. I don't want her ring. I don't think that would be, that's just, no, that's a whole red flag. If you're that cheap that you can't get me a ring, which is a symbol. I actually don't even need a ring, honestly. I need your commitment, and I just need you as a husband. The ring is a symbol that's man-made. That's not biblical. That's just something we made up to show a union. But if he's going to get me a ring, I prefer it to be my ring. That's all.
Okay, well that's interesting. So if he didn't marry, let's say he had the ring and he proposed, but the marriage never went off, and he ended up getting the ring back, and then he proposed to you with the same ring. Would that be different?
So he proposed to her with that ring?
Mm-hmm. She took the ring, actually wore the ring, but they never got married, and he ended up getting the ring back.
That's the same difference to me. It's the same difference. He specifically went out and looked at a ring that he thought she would love. That was for her. That would be the same, to me, that's the same thing. You didn't take the time to do the same thing for me. Go trade that ring in or go get money back for that. Go look for a ring that's specific for me. Because something about that ring you bought for her. Whatever it was on that ring that you liked, whether it was flowers, something, whatever it was, you thought of her and said, you know what, I think she'll love this. I deserve that. I deserve you to go out and look for rings that you believe that would be special to me. That's all. I don't want you to give me a ring that you proposed to somebody else with. It's the same difference to me.
What if his budget didn't allow him to do these things?
If his budget, I prefer him not to get me one at all. And then maybe down in the future, when the budget does allow it, then surprise me with that. I don't care if he gave me a bracelet on the wedding day or if he wrote me a poem. I prefer not to have a ring. I'd rather have, because at the end of the day, it's not about the ring. Yes, it's nice to have it and people want to post it on social media, but that to me, I'd rather have nothing that she had.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting take. You, the viewers.
What about you though? Would you do that? Do you think that that's okay for a man to do that?
I don't think it's okay, but I can understand the benefits of, what if he did have to do that. of like maybe like I said, I just gave one when I said maybe his budget didn't allow him, and I don't think men go into picking out rings in particular for one person when it comes to that in that matter. But I understand where you would come.
You said not particular to one person. When
I
you're
think
going
I
wedding
think
shopping, when you're going for shopping for a ring, you don't think a man is, even if he takes a buddy or he might have a sister and say, "Hey, I'm going ring shopping. I need your help." Not saying that every man knows what kind of diamond or however he's going to go with it, but you don't think that he doesn't take pride in doing that?
I'm not saying all men. I'm saying I think a good part of men go in with the notion of how much the ring costs, more so than a perspective of the person I'm giving the ring to.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, we feel, well at least I feel, I'm going to speak for myself on that one. I feel and think that people are going to go behind you and see the value of the ring that you were given. And so that becomes a major part of the ring being given. And yeah, I do agree the ring is ceremonial. It's a ceremony that we carried out as in Western civilization, and it was a symbol of the ring was that the band never ends, so the relationship would never end. So to understand the completeness of the ring in the marriage, and no, it's not biblical that you got to have a ring. It was never biblical that you needed papers neither, but that's a whole nother story. But by that same token, I understand the process. Most of the time, the man is going to get a ring that costs a lot, or might be out of his budget, or within his budget, or what he can afford. That the wife would be appreciative of. That she's not walking around with a ring that came out of the candy machine. So that's more of the man mindset with this whole thing. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong because I don't know the person's situation, and I imagine different situations do require different things, and I do feel and respect that. I can never do it, but I understand if that's the case, because a lot of people take their mother ring and propose with it.
I was going to say that too.
Heritage
or grandmother, and that's
because that's an heirloom that they embellish to keep on within a family. So I'm looking at these things from different perspectives.
And that's a difference.
I didn't have that. But at the same time, I do understand it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So my view of it has always been, like I said, I wouldn't do it if that's the case. When my mother the ring was passed down to each woman that was married into the Pierce family. Then I this is why we're doing it. That will be it, because that's the legacy of that. But if I'm getting ready to marry a woman and the marriage didn't work out, or the woman passed away, or whatever happened in the process that I end up with the ring again, I don't know if I could give it to my next wife. I don't know, how that would be received. And that's just based off how I don't know how it would be received. So I wouldn't do it for that level.
Yeah, I was going to actually say that too. Like, there's a difference. Yeah, if he's coming and, okay, this was my great grandmother's ring, or my mother wore this ring on her, and say his mother passed and that was something passed on. Yeah, that's special. That's okay. This is like a family heirloom passed on to you that your mother gave you to give to your wife. And yes, that to me, I would gladly wear that ring. I would gladly wear it. But coming from an ex-wife or something to that effect of somebody you proposed to, there's a difference, because I'm looking at that like, okay, that's just not. Like I said,
this is playing devil advocate. That if a man came across a ring, and that ring cost, it was estimated value at $400,000, and he gave it to his ex, would you not take that ring?
$400,000. No, I wouldn't take it for our marriage. I don't care I didn't care about the cost of it.
No.
$400,000. Go pawn that and let's buy a house. That's a $400,000 ring. Oh yeah, I'll live in a house that came from that ring, but I'm not wearing that on my finger. If he wants to go pawn it and buy us a house with it, bless your heart. But I'm not going to wear that on my finger.
You wouldn't move into the house that the man had that he lived with his wife. You don't move in that neither, right?
Oh, I didn't say that because
No,
sometimes you have to move into the house. I don't want to. I said the bed sheets. I'm talking about your whole bedroom set should be
Oh, no.
gone.
I'm
We're
talking
getting
about
our
the
own
house,
bedroom
the
set.
ring,
The
the
house
house,
is
the
yes,
lawn.
that happens. You're gonna move into a house. Nobody has. Not everybody has it like that, where you can just go. You know, they show it in movies where people get married and all of a sudden they're walking in the picket fence and wow, this is and he's carrying her over the threshold. This is our home. That's a fairy tale. Yes, most likely he's either going to be moving into her place or she's moving into her, or they planned it ahead of time. Some people's finances are together where they could purchase a house. They might have both been in apartments and they say, hey, let's go purchase a home. Then that's different. But yes, if I had to move into his home and his ex used to be there, okay, well, I'm going to say some prayers as I walk in there. But I don't want the same bedroom set. The same bedroom set has to go.
The same bedroom set.
I don't want the same bedroom set. We have to have our new. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The house can be redone. I can make it to my own. I can put my curtains. I can make it my own.
So
but
you believe that there will be many women that share the same value and the same mindset that if a man gave her a ring worth $400,000, that he gave to an ex or proposed to with an ex or his last wife, you think they would turn it down?
Oh, I can't speak for other women. For myself, I can't really say with other women. I'm sure there's other women that would be okay with it. For me, I'm just talking about myself.
We was asking you what you think.
And I said, I'm sure there's women that would take that ring. I'm sure there are. There's women that would gladly wear the ring just because of how much it was.
Would you say the majority of women or a small group of women would accept it?
I can't say that. I really can't.
No,
I would have to know every woman.
That's
I really
an opinion.
I can't really say. I can't say if the majority woman would take that because that would be saying that I would think the majority of women are just.
The question was, would a majority of women accept it, or would a small group of women accept it?
Maybe a small group of women, because I don't think a lot of women are jumping on a train to wear somebody's ex's ring. I think maybe a small group of women would probably take it. And no man is really telling the woman either way how much the ring costs, though.
I think if a
They're
man
not
gave
telling her that.
a ring that cost $400,000, and she did take it, I don't think he'll get it back. He'll never get that ring back. He'll never get it to nobody else. I know that for sure. But by the same token, that's what we're saying. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it from, I'm a man, and if you said would a majority of men give a woman a ring that he gave his ex, I would say that would be a small number. I'm not saying there wouldn't be. I'm saying there would be a small number. That's not saying I'm speaking for all men. That's saying I'm rationaling what I think would happen in a situation like that. Mm-hmm. I think it will be more men that will probably want to give the woman the ring they want for the woman in that sense. But I could also, like I just said, I see a small group of men, or it could be a good amount of men that would probably say yes to the same thing. But by the same token, especially if they know you don't know where it came from, I could see that happening a lot.
Well,
but at the same time, I that's the way I look at it. But like I said, like, share, and subscribe. It's cold here in Georgia today, so it's a cold day, so we kind of bundled up. And like I said, we're dealing with this new weather in Georgia.
It feels like New Jersey weather to me.
It was 33 this morning, so it felt good to me because I'm from Connecticut. I love it.
I'm from New Jersey, so I feel like I'm back home today.
I love winter weather. I'd rather be cold than hot. That's why I pray so I don't go to hell. But this is the very reason I hate heat. But anyway, we hope that you enjoyed this. And please follow, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, answer the question. If a man gave you a ring worth $400,000 and it belonged to his ex-wife or the woman he attempted or proposed to, would you accept that ring?
Or any ring for that matter from his ex that he proposed to.
No, we wanted the $400,000.
You want the $400,000? Because most guys don't really tell you how much they are
that's
spending.
what I said. He fell up on that.
Okay, $400,000.
That's what he ended up with.
I say no. So
ring.
What do you guys say? I would say no. I don't want to wear her ring.
Shay said she don't want the ring for $400,000.
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, I don't want to wear it. You're saying, do I want the ring? I don't want to wear it. Now,
that would have to be a spectacular ring.
I don't want to wear it.
$1,000.
But if you're saying want the ring, then let's talk about it. Let's go somewhere and where are we gonna spend this money on?
That's the
let's
same
go
thing.
turn this in. Let's go buy a house with that $400,000. I'm thinking logical. Hey, let's go buy a house with that. I don't want to wear it on my hand. You can take some of the money and actually get me a ring with that, but
a
no.
lot of women would be happy to say they got a ring that costs that much.
But I don't want it if your ex-wife can say the same thing.
Your ex-wife can't say it because you got the ring back, so now you got it.
I know, but at one point it passed her hands somehow. She probably had pictures on social media with that same ring.
From you, and tell us how you feel. Would that woman turn down, would you as a lady turn down a ring that used to belong to her husband, a wife, used to belong to his wife, or the woman he proposed to, but the ring is worth $400,000? Would you accept the ring? We're not asking what would you do with it after you got it? We're asking, would you accept that
and wear it and wear it as your own? Yeah, that's a good topic. I like that question.
Subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, thank you for joining LUKE-N-SHAE'S Place.
And if you're in Georgia, stay warm. Or wherever you are, stay warm. Have a blessed one.